welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're looking at the birthstone for August, or rather one of them, and we're looking at Onyx. Now if you do your own online search, it'll tell you that it's Onyx is the birthstone. Basically all Onyx is an onyx stone that's layered with bands of sard. It generally has more of a sort of browny color, whereas pure onyx is black. And so they can have different meanings, but when you really get down to it, having a base of something, especially when you're looking at meanings definitions, you want to sort of start with what your base is, and then sort of layer on top of that how it differs. So it doesn't differ greatly, I don't believe. However, in the event that I'm wrong, the Starred Onyx link will also be in the description below, in the event that I'm wrong. However, we're going to talk about the Onyx stone because it's honestly one of my favorite stones. So we're gonna have a look at it. So the spiritual meaning of Onyx, it says here that so it says life is a boomerang. You get what you give, and Onyx perfectly embodies this saying in a spiritual way. It is the gem of Saturn. Saturn is the planet of karma, which is obviously the ruler of universal law, of cause and effect. Every effect you see in your outside or physical world has been triggered by a particular cause created by your mental or inner world. Every thought, word, or action of you that you have set into motion let me start that sentence again because I'm just butchering that. Every thought, word, or action from you has set into motion a specific series of manifestations that have materialized into your reality over time. So your thoughts, words, and actions are the cause, and then these manifestations are the effect. The energy you put out is the energy you receive. Good equals good, bad equals bad, and that's why people out here like, I only want good vibes. They're trying to put out positive energy to attract positive energy, in the same way that, you know, a north and north will attract. That's a lie. North and north do not attract on magnets. But you know, like begets like. So because of karma, you may have harsh lessons to learn in your current reincarnation due to the actions you took in your previous lives. We're falling down a real big rabbit hole here with karma and reincarnation. This is a lot of sort of, you know, like, I wouldn't be surprised if later on in this thing it references what chakra Onyx belongs to. I honestly wouldn't be surprised, because once you mention chakras, karma, reincarnation, you've basically got the trifecta of you know, subcontinental Asia spirituality, whether it's, you know, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, sort of in that area of the world. So in the hope of clearing away negative past karmic actions, one can choose to take positive actions in their current life, eventually setting yourself free from this karmic cycle, balancing out yin and yang energies, and clearing your slate for good. And we've brought in the yin and yang, so now East Asia is involved as well. This freedom will be the start to understand your life's purpose, the reason for your current reincarnation, and the work you have come to do now. Onyx is a secretive stone known for storing a lot of old memories. It's the perfect stone to clear away bad karma and heal from grief and sorrow. So if you were to make that into a personality trait, you guys are probably able to deal with grief and sorrow very quickly. It's still in a healthy way. You're not like pushing it to a side and just getting over it, sort of thing. You are processing it properly. You're just able to do it maybe a little bit faster than some other people that you know. It could also be, if you see yourself as the Onyx stone, that you are able to help other people to heal from grief and sorrow. You might be that friend, which is really cool. Also, if we're looking here at the whole reincarnation part as well, it could be that you view yourself as an old soul. It says here, black onyx can be used to do past life regression healing work, access your Akashic records. Let me start writing a list of things to do some research on, potentially even some videos on. What we got? Akashic records. And bring awareness to what karmic patterns and behaviors need to be cleared. This realization will set forth your dharma. Let's add that in there. The future virtues, actions you must take now to be in harmony with cosmic law and order. Only your conscious can be the judgment of this unspoken law called dharma, the life you create for yourself and what you believe to be the right way of living. It's your choice. As a black stone, Onyx holds a lot of connections to our earth. There's a lot of protective energy within black stones because there's no light within them. So you might also be the protective friend. And I would believe that of a Leo. I really would. And I paid you guys out in my video about the birth flower, the poppy, but yeah, no, you really take care of your own. Everyone that's close to you is part of your pride, and if anybody has an issue with that, you immediately jump in to protect your little family unit, because lions. As for Virgos, we again will discuss how this connects in your video later this month when we go into Virgo season. Alright, so the protection of an onyx stone will shield your aura from any negative energy surrounding you. You guys are a fire. I mean, it's actually really funny, between a fire sign and therefore, shining light, being a source of warmth, and therefore positive energy, literally ruled by the sun as well, which brings life to Earth, and then moving into an Earth sign, and black stones have a lot to do with Earth. It's no surprise here. But yeah, so it will protect you. It will shield your aura from negative energy surrounding you, particularly from energy vampires. And again, Leos are ruled by the sun. In mythology, vampires don't like the sun. Whether it's because they sparkle or because they burn up in it, is up for you to decide for yourself. But generally speaking, they don't like to be out in the sun. They don't like to, they try to avoid sunlight. Onyx is also able to absorb that same energy and transmute it into the Earth's energy. So regardless of whether you're a Leo or a Virgo, if you're born in August, you're sort of able to keep the good vibes, protect the good vibes sort of within your vicinity. If people come in, you're able to help them. If they're bringing in negative energy, you're able to help them turn that into positive energy and sort of do away with the negativity, because you're just, you know, whether it's through being a listening friend or just being the life of the party, and you just can't help but be, you know, happy and cheerful in your presence, is obviously up to the individual. But yeah, you're able to do away with negative energy. You may even have a sense for who is an energy vampire and who's trying to suck the energy out of the room. And then again, that's when you jump in and you try to defend, you know, your positive energy from the vampire. And then you're able to take that same energy and turn it into the Earth's energy itself. So taking light and putting it into the Earth, essentially. It says here that this will fortify your emotional and physical stamina, which can be helpful in times of stress and grief. In Arabic, the word for onyx also means sadness, which perfectly describes the energy that onyx can offer you as it absorbs your pain and sorrow. In essence, onyx is the master stone to work with for really understanding karma, dharma, and moksha. I love how they've brought in a completely new word at the end here. Yeah, we're getting into a lot of sort of Hinduism here. Moksha means liberation from the cycle of samsara, the period of birth, death, and rebirth, leading to a life of perfect bliss. When you achieve moksha, you'll be able to feel a greater connection to the divine. So achieving moksha would be like opening all 7 chakras. You know what? I'm going to put chakra on my own list, just because I feel like it fits with everything else here. So it says here, physical properties. Onyx is a chalcedony, which basically means that it's a variant of quartz. It's formed when, just if we're curious on the actual geology, it's formed when silica is deposited in lava gas cavities. This results in the unique bands or stripes that onyx stones usually exhibit. They're not perfectly black stones. If you have a closer look at them, you'll see that there's sort of 2 very, very close colours that give it a banded look when you have a close look at it. One's usually sort of more of a greeny colour. So it says here, onyx is often a black stone, but there are also onyx stones that are brown, pink, red, and green. There are also colourless onyx stones. The banding in onyx is white and is usually just straight lines. No funny little curves or any of that. No swirling. It's just straight lines. Onyx stones are also sometimes dyed to change or improve their colour. It's an excellent stone for carving because of its hardness. It comes from a Greek word which means claw or fingernail, because the veins found in the stone look kind of like the colours of a fingernail, which when you look closely at your own fingernail, you can also see that there's like bands and stripes going sort of along it. Onyx is found in Mexico, the USA, Peru, Madagascar, India. No wonder there's all of this Indian astrology stuff going on here. Afghanistan and Brazil. Metaphysical properties. This is what we want to know. So some people use Onyx to decrease love-making desires and get rid of bad habits. It is also known to help you in taking charge of your destiny and guarding you against negativity. Having a piece of this stone helps you settle disagreements and dispel excess energies. So you could be the mediator of your friend group, which, you know, if you've also got a friend that's a Libra, that between the two of you, there's basically never any arguments in your friends group, because one of you will always be able to mediate and sort of weigh up the scales. Some people also use Onyx to help them recover from a failed relationship or move on from unrequited love. So you are that ride or die best friend who is ready to, you know, maybe just sit and have a bit of a goss about, you know, your friend's exes, and how, you know, they didn't deserve you anyway, and all of that, all of the usual stuff, except that when you're saying it, you actually mean what you're saying, rather than just telling them what they want to hear, sort of a thing. In the Middle East, the stone is used as a warrior stone. Rubbing it between the fingers as such helps in overcoming strong and conflicting emotions. In India, it's used to ward off the evil eye. Right. The evil eye is actually something that I want to have a look at in a video soon, because the whole idea of it is interesting to me, and I want to actually dive in a little bit more with it. So if that's something that would interest you guys, let me know in the comments down below. It's believed that wearing Onyx can help absorb and soften emotional intensity and sharpen the wits. Yeah, definitely something that a Ravenclaw like me would want. Sharper wits, less emotions. We want to focus more on the mind. Focus more on the head than the heart, sort of a thing. On a physical level, Onyx is believed to increase physical stamina and strengthen your kidneys, heart, eyes, and nerves, and it's also known to help with childbirth. Whether that means that it makes the whole process quicker or more painless, I have no idea. It just says that it's known to help. So why not? Some people who are undergoing rehab for drug or alcohol dependencies carry Onyx with them for mental strength and physical self-control. And so you might also be that friend that's like, when you say it's time to leave the bar or whatever, it's you know that, okay, yeah, we've had far too much with that person, especially for someone as outgoing as a Leo. If a Leo says it's time to go, it's time to go, because you know that it's dead by that point. Leos will try to keep the party going as long as possible. It's just a Leo thing. Even the most introverted of Leos will try and keep, the fun happening until they realize that no, the party is like, we've already had its funeral and laid it to rest. It's gone. Party is not coming back. So when a Leo tells you that it's time to go, you've already wanted to leave for about a half hour minimum. Onyx is often used by psychically gifted people to protect themselves and their loved ones from harmful spells. It is a master protection stone, just like you are a master protector of your friends and loved ones. Onyx has been used to make handles and bases for gold items and for inlay work. The stone can point out your moods and habits and let you know what things you could improve. Its healing energies can bring attention to personal issues. Creatively, it suggests ways to resolve your issues and gives you the strength to make those necessary changes. If you've got a piece of onyx stone, just sit quietly and calmly with it, meditate on it. That'll help you gain a new perspective on things. Just hold it in your hand, let your mind go blank, and just sort of feel the energy that sort of emanates from the stone, and eventually the thoughts that start just sort of wafting through your brain will give you these other perspectives. It can be quite an interesting experience. Onyx is an excellent stone for people looking for support, stability, and focus when it comes to changing bad habits. And it's relatively inexpensive. So if you're wanting to add it to your crystal collection, you're not going to have it, other than trying to find some, you're not going to have any issues as far as money's concerned. I'm going to leave it there, I think, but there's a whole lot more on this site. So I will leave it down below. Again, the Sardonyx one is also down below as well, and there's equally as much on it as well. So it's up to you. If you don't feel like this resonated with you so much, maybe check out the Sardonyx one. If this did resonate with you, I've left plenty for you to read. So those will be down in the description down below. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. If you liked this one, give it a big old thumbs up. And until next time, guys, keep your head screwed on.